20 AD, was that a
2000 AD.
2000 AD? Is that like a comic? Who made that? Is that the actual comic imprint, or is that just a title?
It's just a title. It's published. It was originally published by Fleetway in the UK. It's an anthology book, and it's had Rogue Trooper and Judge Dredd and ABC Warriors and all these sort of characters have appeared in it. And basically, guys like Alan Moore, Dave Gibbons, Mick McMahon, all cut their Brian Bolland. That's where they first started getting work, and that's where they cut their teeth before Karen Berger and co from Vertigo zipped over and stole them all. So yeah, that's 2000 AD is an institution. It started in 1977. I remember, buying the first issue of 2000 AD off the shelves. The precursor to 2000 AD was his eyes are turned on. Jesus. I gotta get a photo with you, by the way. That's so cool. The precursor to 2000 AD was a comic called Action, which had all these crazy characters. My favorite one I remember as a kid reading Action, and it was just basically the most hyper-violent comic you could ever come up with. And it was the time of Jaws coming out, and so there was this giant shark in 2000 in Action called Hookjaw. So he was just this giant great white shark with this big hook through his jaw, big sort of spike coming out his jaw, and he just tore people to pieces in graphic detail every issue of Action. I remember sitting on my couch in my sofa as a kid reading it, and Hookjaw's, there's these two kids in a little boat, like sort of 8, 9 years old, and they're sailing along a boat, and then there's a full page splash as Hookjaw comes up through the boat and tears them both to bits. And there's this kid's head spiraling off, and the legs spiraling off, and guts of blood. I'm just reading it going, it's the best comic ever published. About 3 weeks later, Mary Whitehouse, who was this sort of vindictive conservative sort of granny in the UK, got it banned completely. So it was banned, and Pat Mills and John Wagner, who were the creators of Action, basically invented 2000 AD from the ashes of Action, because they decided that if we can't have all this hyper violence in the present day because it's too close, but if we stick it in the future, we can get away with everything. So that's what 2000 AD came to be.
Allison, if you bring up, we'll go ahead and get
There was another question.
That was Allison's.
It was me. I was just going to ask, so who are the artists today that that you're following, that you really like? Like, that's, I know you have your influences, but like, who do you kind of admire?
The artist I admire most at the moment is a guy called Sean Gordon Murphy. You'll never have heard of him. He's quite an underground guy. You'll never have heard of him. His stuff, everything about Sean, just about how professional he is, how fucking savvy he is, and how clever, and just how good he is, has just never failed to impress me. He came over to the UK. I'd been looking at his stuff and just being blown away with it. What does that say? Avery E.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's get the last two.
All right.
That's good, right, Avery? Do you want to sign?
Hitman, closing time. Next up.
Oh, let me do that. Sorry.
You take your time. You go for it. We are at 5.
Nolan B.
Nolan, you're right.
Okay, Avery?
Yes. If you don't like Sean Wayner, this is.
So Sean is just a consummate artist and professional, and so he came over to Dublin for a show. No, my pleasure, Avery.
Art's fine.
Yes.
Or we got to
It's fine.
how the last.
All right.
Let's draw the last one. We need to go.
We're getting invited back to
That's a bad boy.
You're fine, John. Yes, ma'am. We are going to draw.
Joe Connection. Not again.
Okay, all right, so we have run out of time.
Sure.
I do think, and I'm
Joe,
sorry.
do you want to sign to you?
Thank you for your help. We're going to get these signed out to everybody. Someone birthday was August 1966. And he didn't really specify anything, so that's why we passed this around to everybody today. John, we didn't have the time to go out and get like a cupcake or anything with no animal fat or any crap like that for you, but I wanted to be the arsehole to let everybody, we're going to close the panel, sing happy birthday to John, and then we'll right off, so it's good to go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear John, happy birthday to you. Cheers.
Rob and Patrice as well for being.
Oh, and you guys managed to raise $80 for the Hero Initiative.
Thank you so much, David. I am so sorry. Thank you. She says that's not the worst. Very good.